Okay, let me address it now. LS invented the Crownie's comment to slander my name. It is not real. Fake news. Hey, I'm Crownie, and this is Ultimate List presented by Omen. Today, I'll be ranking some of the greatest base races as chosen by you guys, the fans. So let's get started. So it seems like SK has Baron, and they're pushing in the base, but Graves is going for the backdoor, and they have no minions left. Probably this Baron didn't buff minions, I don't remember exactly, I think it only gave stats. And they didn't seem to end, and the Graves is trying to end. Okay. They have no, I'm checking teleports. Okay, Diana TPs. They're going for the end. And RNA is just not strong enough to defend. And they're getting chased, so they can't base. It's just, they just lose, I guess. That's... Oh my god. I actually don't remember this. Wow, that's crazy. It just felt like they didn't realize that, first of all, I guess enemy had TP and that Shen alone can defend. They probably thought they could end, but they didn't have enough of a wave to do it. And then it was just double TP into barely end. It was pretty good. Also, it happened so early, like season 2. But you could see that there's some macro mistakes that they're doing, you know. But it was pretty exciting. It must be crazy to win that way on stage. I'll put it like A tier because it was so early. But I think there's also some mistakes from the team that let it happen, you know. But for now, I'll put it A. I'll probably revisit it later. I need to see the other place. But for now, I'll leave it at A. Yeah, I don't think Promote is coming back. As if I don't know if you remember, but in 2018, Banner of Command was in the game and the item, and it buffed the siege cannon on mid, made it immune to magic. But then tanks mid were super OP, like Ornn, Sion, Singed, like on top, and the mage could not defend the tower. And especially now with grubs, it could make the game really toxic, I think. So Riot probably won't put it back. That was really OP. It was really OP. Yeah, I remember this game. It was like super close game. It was like felt free win for Fnatic, but G2 almost won it, I believe. Let me see. Okay. There's no way G2 won this game. Because surely they end here. Right? Yeah. Surely Fnatic wins this. Yeah, okay. I mean, it was pretty good, like, I remember it. It was pretty iconic, but I feel like the others were better. So, like, I would put it B. Of course, Reckless is a legend, you know, I'm not saying anything against him, but I feel like it was a base race, but G2 kind of had no way of winning it, you know. But I think Reckless and Hylissang did a really good decision to actually go for the end, while the others defend. But I remember, I feel like the game was pretty good for Fnatic, so the fact that it was this close is a bit tricky. I mean, I was just surprised at how good he plays. Like, of course I knew he's good, but on Janna I felt like he was just doing everything right and also calling things. Because I know some people said that he didn't talk much, but I felt like when he talked, he said exactly the correct thing. So I was just very pleasantly surprised. Yeah. So from what I've heard, one of them said care about the minions. Like, I don't know who, but somebody said care about the minions, and they said no, it's fine. But it's also a hard situation to be in, because if they don't do this, like if you can see, Bwipo has TP, sorry. So they're gonna get threatened end anyway. So they're on a massive timer here. So yeah, it's like a bit crazy that they lost. It's very hard to do the correct play here, because even if you call somebody to base and defend, Bwipo can still threaten with TP, so then maybe you have to go Nash, but then your Nexus is still open. It is extremely funny though. Like, I can't deny that. So I would put it like S tier just because it's so funny. Because I don't think I've ever seen this. Like, minions ending 0v5, that's just crazy. It's just too funny. If I have a favorite play, my favorite play is like CLG doublelift, like pentakilling on Jinx in like Madison Square Garden, like 2016. I don't know if you remember, like 2015, maybe 2016. Like, I remember watching in my bed, like I had school the next day, and I was just watching doublelift, and I hit like pentakills with Afro Mujana, and I was like, oh, so insane. That's my favorite play. Okay, I mean, I think everyone knows this play. Like, everyone who has played or followed League just knows this play. Like, the amount of like Like, you have to be crazy to even try this, because he's so low HP. So he has no TP, he's low HP. He needs to perfectly kite Olaf. And he's like 200 HP. If he gets hit once, it's over. And of course that's just like crazy, because of course the Cho'Gath messed up a bit with his W, but it's really hard to like perfectly play this. But for me, this is like Z tier. This is like the most iconic backdoor of all time. He's just so low HP, split second decision, early years of leagues, so he had to just think of it on the fly. You know, he didn't have a reference. This is just insane. Okay, let me address it now. LS invented the Crownie's Comet to slander my name. When he invented it about my Ashe ults, I didn't even play Ashe that year. And then one guy saw one game where I missed Ashe ults, and since then every caster said it on every broadcast. Everybody's just saying Crownie's Comet.
Manamune very close. Okay, 703 as the arrow is going to go wide. Pretty rough to try to land that one onto an Ezreal, and it is easily dodged by Genji.
Crownie's Comet appearing even here in the LCK regional.
So let me address it now. It is not real. Fake news. Okay? It's fake news. So xPeke is the better name. Yeah, so here I remember the Shy last pick Fiora, and he was like smurfing really hard, keeping them in the game alone. He was like playing to end here. Okay, so they know Fiora is on. I'm curious if Smeb should actually let the minions come in or not. Or maybe what he's doing is correct. I'm not actually 100% sure, because I don't know how fast Fiora actually pushes. Like, I don't know if Smeb can beat her under the tower, but I would imagine no. Okay, so Smeb probably peas. Oh my god. Oh. And that was a 0-2 down. Wow. Like, the amount of courage Smeb needed to have here to like do I don't know if he actually did the perfect sequence. I'm really not sure, because I don't know if it's actually better to let the minions come into the tower and then fight under the tower where Fiora can't one-shot him. But maybe Fiora can just face tank him and take the tower. I'm actually not sure. Also, it's a Worlds game when you're 0-2 down, so probably your judgment is not perfect. But yeah, it's crazy. And KT is on such a timer, and all IG need to do is defend. So probably both teams could play like a bit better, like maybe playing more under tower. Because now like Rookie took most of the minions right now. So I feel like if Jakilov, instead of like trying to fight death to the death, just tries to clear the minion wave, maybe it's a bit better. But again, it's very hard to judge this, and it's like super exciting at Worlds, you know. So I would probably put this at A. Yeah, I would put it in A. And I would move this one into A2, actually. I think these three are A, and obviously xPeke is Z tier. And the minions are just too funny, so I put them S. Thank you so much for watching this ultimate list presented by Omen. Please let me know in the comments how I did, and see you all later. Bye!